Hello everyone, ScootFish here, and welcome back to Digimon Leaks. Welcome to a very surprise event video, and I'm gonna do a little bit of bitching here before we go ahead and get into the event because I'm not happy with the state of Links right now. So, we came out of the maintenance after 2 weeks of maintenance with no word on what the hell happened or any sort of update on how long we're supposed to be expecting it. And they were just continuing on with the previous events where we left off. So that was fine. I was okay with that. They compensated us. It wasn't a big deal. But then things start to escalate a little bit as I realize, oh, wait a sec, the mission floppy disk icon there still has an exclamation point on it all the time. After 2 weeks of maintenance, they apparently weren't capable of fixing that. And I know I'm not the only person who has that going on all the time, and it's so minor I never bitch about it, but you know what? It's just, a little bit freaking irritating now. Like, it's gotten to the point of why? What happened in the first place? What neglect was brought into play here that caused whatever the hell a 2-week shutdown was? And I can tell you what, you can see it in the rooms that we lost players, because now that we've had a few days being back, it's still not back up to par as far as gameplay and activity. So, here is my big frustration of today, is this event. So, they told us in the announcement that was brought back after maintenance, we were back up, that they were going to have a separate announcement for Chaos Piercing Fist. So, therefore, I was waiting on it. Yes, I had already done a video on what to expect when it come to Chaos Piercing Fist and things like that, but I was waiting to know, and many of us were waiting to know when it was going to be. So, we were just going to, as far as we knew, continue on till the 16th and play the previous Howling Wolf Moon, Blue Swift Wolf, blah 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 until it was over. Well, guess what? They just ended it. It just happened, and it didn't happen. So normally, if it was the 16th that they said that it was going to be done and an event was going to be done, then midnight my time, Eastern Standard Time, it would be done then. That would be when it would end. That would be when your deadline is. And you know what? In a game like this, it's good to know deadlines for if you are working on and grinding something, so you know how much more grind you have to put in. You know how many how far away I was from my last fragment that I was working towards? Like 20 points, you guys. 20 points. I was just waiting on stamina. Figured I'd be alright to get up in the morning and get that last 20 points in. Considering the fact that, last time I played the game was about 3 o'clock in the freaking morning. Nope, not the case. And I know I'm not the only person that this happened to. And I'm a little frustrated that I might not get my burst mode now. I kind of lost track of where I was, considering the fact that we had 2 weeks down anyway, and we had only gotten like a day to get back on our feet. I thought we were going to have another day. We all kind of thought we were going to have another day. So, is there a new schedule going on now? Because if an event lasts a week, well then it's going to be, Friday now that it starts? Like, I'm mad. I'm frustrated. If you guys can't tell, this is the 3rd day of me being off schedule with Links, and I thought that I had, the normal schedule to get back to, and apparently not. So, anyway, let's get into the event. No respect, I tell ya, no respect. Chaos Piercing Fist is going on from the 16th to the 22nd, at least to the middle of the 22nd as far as we know. And the exchange for this is going on until the 29th. Now, there are 2 separate exchanges going on because you are grinding for 2 separate bites, that being Shining Fist bites and Chaos bites, and you're going to be facing Bonk Leomon and Chaos Gallantmon while grinding for their fragments. Now, this one has your typical extra stage going on, in which during hard, expert, or intense mode, you can have the extra stage pop up to 5 times, and you're going to get more bites during those stages. Now, one thing that is cool about the way that they set up this event is the fact that during the earlier stages, which are actually kept separate from the later stages, when you're facing Bonk Leomon on the earlier stages, you are able to use that to grind up a Bonk and then use that Bonk to face Chaos Gallantmon, because of the fact that Bonk is a grass-type Digimon or nature-type Digimon and has a bright attack. It's super beneficial because he doesn't share the weaknesses that a normal bright Digimon would of Abyss. As expected, there is a new skill chip that comes with this one, and it is a bright skill boosting chip. Now, they still didn't correct that it says boot for some reason instead of boost. Like, that just kind of adds to my frustration with this 2 weeks down and what the fuck did they do. But anyway, this is a really cool chip because of the fact that it's going to boost bright skills, and you don't have to be a bright Digimon to have that going on. So Bonk being grass can get his bright move boosted regardless. And there's of course the event chips that are available with this as well, and these also trigger an extra stage and data bytes. So it's not just one or the other. You're going to get boosts on both of those from these chips, so that's pretty cool. Now this one does have Digimon with boosts for the event, and it is Diaboromon and Mirage Gagumon Burst Mode. So there's a captured Digimon and one of the Digimon that you grinded for that are going to be benefiting you during this event. Now Diaboromon is obviously going to be a little bit better for the beginning stuff with Bonk because you're facing all bright Digimon during that, whereas Mirage Gagumon Burst Mode is going to be beneficial for facing Chaos Gallantmon. And I still don't currently know whether or not I am going to have burst mode or not on this one, so we'll see. Now they also mention a Chaos Pack available for purchase in here, and that is part of some special deal thing they have going on, in which you can actually go ahead and get a War Growlmon with specialty chip, Digimon voucher for War Growlmon, so you don't actually just get him, and 150 Digistones. Now that is also available with the Bonko pack that has Bonko, and that only has the voucher for him and 100 Digistones, so not quite as valuable and not valued as highly by them if they're not putting it in the main announcement there, but they do have a separate announcement for these themselves, and those will only be available until the 22nd. As mentioned, there's also a Mega Festival capture going on, and that is going on from the 16th to the 27th. Available in this capture is Diaboromon, Piedmon, Cherubimon, and Sakuyamon. And strangely enough, they've permanently added some other Megas to all Mega Festival captures from here on, and I guess that's Phoenixmon, Metal Seedramon, Ravemon, Titamon, Magnadramon, Kazuamon, and Prince Mamamon. So I guess that's kinda cool, but really it increases the amount of megas that could pop for you instead of the Mega Festival capture mega, so it's kind of almost a greed move, and salt in the wound right now. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of I normally don't have bad things to say about links, but I am not one who is shy about ripping into games when they pull some shit, and I feel like some shit's been pulled. Regardless, that's not the only capture going on. There is the light and electric skill capture going on too, and that is going on until the 23rd. Here's a little list of the moves that are going to be available during that for you guys. I'll leave up here for a sec so you can screenshot if you need to or pause it. And now we can move on to our guide. And as I said, these ones are actually split into two separate sections in which you are able to face Bonk from easy to hard mode in its own thing, or you can just skip it and go straight to Chaos Gallantmon and face him in expert and intense mode. Now, I would suggest obviously to do all of them so you can get the Digistones for first clear and stuff like that, Digistones and fragments, but aside from that, if you wanted to not focus on Bonk at all, you could go straight ahead. So that's kind of cool and interesting that they did it that way. Now obviously in easy mode, you're just facing bright Digimon and not even Bonk, so we're not going to waste our time with that. Normal mode, you do face Bonk, but it's easy peasy considering the fact that it's still not even ultimates you're facing. Thing to keep in mind though is Bonk is a nature type, so you are focusing on different weaknesses for him than you are the rest of the Digimon throughout the waves up to him, that being fire and electric. Now in hard mode you do face ultimates along the way as well, but he's still pretty darn easy and he doesn't gain any more resistances, so you're still going for the same weaknesses of fire and electricity. In expert mode, you are switching gears and going to the other section of the event in which you're facing Chaos Gallantmon, and his only weakness that you're going to actually have to prey upon is Bright. So with Chaos Gallantmon, you don't have anything to coast on beforehand to try and get bites in any easier manner, because you're only getting the one weakness rather than the two you would normally have to focus on. During this mode, you are also facing ultimates along the way, but when you get to intense mode, you only have to face Chaos Gallantmon and 2 other ultimates, so it's honestly a little bit of an easier grind, and I'm pretty okay with that. I think that that seems to be the easier thing to focus on when you have intense mode going on like that, and this could be a fairly generous event for that matter. Now, your weaknesses that you're focusing on are none. Yeah, he's weak to skill lock, but that's about it. Now, you have the ability to do neutral damage with Abyss and neutral, but no weaknesses to focus on, which is typical in intense, but is made a lot easier by the fact that you're only facing that one wave. That about sums up the guide, so I'm going to go ahead and go over to captures and run that with you guys. Not often that I get to do that, but seeing as I'm just rolling in Digistones still, might as well. Now, like I said, with the Mega Festival capture, the rates are a little bit lower on getting something good. I could still get an Awakened. I can't not do it because I've got all these Digistones. Like, I'm just going to run it one time though, I'm thinking. So let's go ahead and do that. That's good off the bat. Or not. Never mind. You tease. Champion. Ultimate. Champion. Mega. Not the one I want. Champion. Rookie. There we go. That's a better Mega. I've already got one right now, but... Any Awakens? Nope. My luck persists. We've got one with the leader skill at least, I guess, so let's go ahead and check that one out. The only good thing that we got out of all that. And it is a moderate leader skill. Yay. Oh, man. Well, let's go ahead and go to chip capture then. Hopefully, we can go ahead and get one of these new chips. Give me some good. Ooh, there's a good chip in there. Of course, the extra stage is a C. Ugh. Well, 2 extra stage C's, that doesn't help me out much. Oy vey. You know what? I'm gonna run one more on the chip capture. Didn't even get one of those new chips. Come on. We got a good one in there. OMG, just another C? You gotta be kidding me. Well, at least I got 3 C's for my team if I want to roll with it that way. That's one thing I can do. Ugh. Frustration, guys. Frustration. Anyway, that is going to do it for this guide in this video and all my ranting and frustration at links right now. So, if you all enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. You know that YouTube stuff down below if you haven't already. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.